All kinds of things are being spread. Smriti Irani, now inducted as the National Vice President of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Congratulations on your elevation and welcome to the Newshour debate, Smriti Irani. Good to see you tonight. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
We have with us in the studio Kumar Ketkar, Abhishek Manu Singhvi joining us in a minute to take on Smriti Irani, and the political editor of Outlook magazine, Sabah Naqvi, is also with us this evening. Sabah, rather colourful expressions being used by the Congress party.
I'm ready.
You are ready. Abhishek Manu Singhvi says he's ready. Mr. Singhvi, good evening and welcome.
I was telling you.
Yes, good evening and welcome. And since you have announced that you're ready, let me start the debate by asking you a simple question. Tell me, Mr. Singhvi, is Narendra Modi increasingly making the Congress party nervous? Because any news about Narendra Modi, and immediately it seems that 3 or 4 Congress leaders come back to respond in many colourful ways. In fact, Kapil Sibal even called him an encounter specialist or something to that effect today. Why this kind of a reaction?
Narendra Modi has been around before 2004, and we have won 2 national elections and several other elections despite his presence. So please remove the word nervous from the political vocabulary of a party as old and as all India as the Congress. That's point 1. But yes, we are amused. We are a little, we find it a little funny, indeed comic and tragic, that you have starry-eyed Modism suddenly taking over the BJP at all levels. You have swooning over Modi. And Modi at the moment is at a stage where he has to cross the first of 3 concentric circles of acceptability. The first concentric circle is that within his party and is far from crossing that circle. Second is within the NDA, and third is for a popular mandate in the country. Now for a person who has so many circles to cross, people are swooning over each other to hitch their wagon to his, to hitch their star onto his wagon. I think we just find it a little amusing. Otherwise, of course, we are nobody to comment on whom you choose. You can decide to appoint all the Amit Shahs you want. You can decide to appoint all the Varun Gandhis you want. You can decide to appoint more people.
No, what do you mean by saying Amit Shahs you want? 1 minute. What do you mean by saying Amit Shahs? No, you are using...
Yes, I'll tell you.
You are using Amit Shah and Varun Gandhi as some kind of an adjective, not a pronoun. You are using their names as an adjective, not a pronoun. What do you mean by that?
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the approach of the BJP. The Arnab. I'm not talking about the individuals. I'm talking about that in the heat of both of these gentlemen being in fairly serious cases, the BJP seeks to and decides to appoint them. Well, good luck to them. The BJP takes a conscious decision.
Varun Gandhi got acquitted, didn't he? Varun Gandhi got acquitted last week,
didn't he? Is a former... Let me complete. Varun Gandhi has not got acquitted in all the cases. 2 cases are pending. The cases involve fairly hideous use of strong language. Mr. Amit Shah is far from acquittal. He has been accused of physical liquidation in an encounter case which in normal parlance is known as 302 murder. Now therefore, I think these are, for a person to take a chance on this, is for them to take the accountability and the responsibility. I'm not saying don't appoint them.
Smriti Irani.
It's something you have for the country to see.
Smriti Irani, you know, we had a very strong opening remarks from Abhishek Manu Singhvi. If I may hazard saying so, Dr. Singhvi, this is a harsher opening remark from you than I have seen in a long time, where you say you're both amused, etc., etc. But I particularly want, Smriti, for you to respond to the fact that it appears the Congress spokesperson tonight wants to remind you that Narendra Modi for the Congress party represents a right-wing form of Hindu nationalist politics and not the governance agenda that he would like to push, or people like who he describes as, what was that? Starry-eyed Modiism would like to believe.
You know, Mr. Singhvi, who talks about the comedy and tragedy about how the BJP is functioning today, is so wrecked by the comedy and tragedy of it that he forgets that you hitch a wagon to a star, not a star to a wagon. May I finish, Dr. Singhvi?
Continue.
May I finish? I'm sure for Dr. Singhvi, it does not matter that Varun Gandhi was acquitted of all charges. You have, sir. You did announce very boldly on Times Now that you are ready. Well, here I come. You said that Varun Gandhi's acquittal by a court of law is absolutely no use when it comes to Dr. Singhvi. However, another Gandhi who is acquitted in a so-called preposterous rape charge is something that Dr. Singhvi will very gladly uphold anytime he wants to talk about how Congress leaders are viciously trapped in propaganda. Now, insofar as Mr. Modi goes, I think Dr. Singhvi has said that one cannot attribute the term nervous to how the Congress looks upon Mr. Modi's elevation or induction into the parliamentary board, and reminds us that they have fought the 2004 and the 2009 elections and have won. Well, I would like to, I'm sure Dr. Singhvi is aware of the fact that Narendra Modi's leadership has not been yet tested to fight any Lok Sabha election at the national level. Narendra Modi, under his leadership, has fought 3 successive elections in Gujarat and won them. In fact, the energetic leadership of the Congress party that Mr. Singhvi is totally beholden by was so energetic that it went completely missing in the last Gujarat State Assembly elections, thereby conceding defeat before the first vote was cast. So it's obvious, Arnab, that though Dr. Singhvi would presume that you are as Modi-eyed as I am, he will no way, I think, want to disregard the fact that Narendra Modi has won a successive and a popular mandate across a state, which Rahul Gandhi is yet to do.
Dr. Singhvi, you want a quick rebut, or should I continue and then you'd like to come back to respond to Smriti Irani later?
No, just an obvious rebut. Ms. Irani, as usual, is a little selective with the truth. She is not answering the question. There is a third case pending against Rahul Gandhi. Please check your facts. And that's the only case I spoke about. And if anybody in this country thinks that the so-called preposterous rape charge, which Ms. Irani referred to, is in any manner connected with Rahul Gandhi, I think she must be in a minority of one to think that. And the Supreme Court has passed strictures in a final judgment. The case still pending against Rahul Gandhi is the one she is not talking about. Number 2, everybody knows an objective fact that Modi is a 3-time chief minister. I was only answering Arnab's question about nervousness. Where is the question of being nervous when we have won national elections and formed the government twice with Mr. Modi campaigning
but if that is the case, if that is okay.
In Gujarat, so that's all there was to it. Thirdly, there is no doubt that there is starry-eyed Modism because there is a combination of certain personal ambition of certain leaders who have sought to hitch their star to the Modi wagon. And let me repeat, she didn't hear me correctly, I did say star to the wagon. Or there is also a feeling that you must polarize the country and try to see...
No, where's the polarization?
A large section out
No, where's the polarization?
Both in the BJP, both in the BJP, which comprises right-thinking people or liberal Hindus, and in the NDA, and certainly in the country, which believes that Modi magic, which the BJP blindly
Dr.
believes,
Singhvi,
some section of the BJP blindly believes,
Dr. Singhvi, the thrust of your argument tonight, Dr. Singhvi, the cut and thrust of your argument tonight is on using Varun Gandhi's name as an adjective, on pushing the Hindutva agenda, on saying that when Modi comes, there will be a certain aspect of polarization. A question which the audience would also have is, what if Modi does none of the above? What if he pushes the governance agenda? What happens then? But Smriti, your response, and then I'm getting Kumar Ketkar and Savan Naqvi in. Yes, Smriti wanted to respond. Quickly, counter rebut.
No,
counter rebut.
I have been losing a lot of the audio while Dr. Singhvi was speaking on your channel. But I think I'll take off from what you have just said because I could not hear Dr. Singhvi while he was speaking. I will only say this, Arnab. I think the one thing that you are attributing to Narendra Modi is something that has been acknowledged worldwide, which is that today the example of good governance that has been set under his leadership in Gujarat is something which grudgingly even the Congress-led UPA has had to accept on many platforms. I'm sure Dr. Singhvi is aware of the fact that in many ministries of the government of India, the efforts of the state government of Gujarat have been applauded and rewarded. Insofar as what the future holds with regards to the BJP or India for that matter, I think you very rightly judged that India today is seeking good governance and examples of good governance, thereby there is a popularity which has emerged about Narendra Modi, not only amongst BJP voters and supporters, but also amongst people across the political spectrum, which Dr. Singhvi might not acknowledge tonight, but it is a fact.
Savan Naqvi, is Modi versus Rahul a certainty to you?
Arnab, I don't think we should make it Modi versus Rahul right now, because Modi will be the fulcrum. If this step goes to the logical next step, that he will be the face of the BJP campaign, then all politics in India will revolve around that. A lot of the Congress strategy will be determined by that. It will not be a contest of equals, because Modi is a particular kind of a figure. So I'm not saying here that Rahul is less or whatever. I'm just saying Modi will be the point around which other politics will revolve. Congress strategies will be determined by that. Regional party strategies will be determined by that. And let me also say one thing. I'm somewhat baffled, because we knew for some months that Modi and Amit Shah are going to get into the team, but what we have today is for me, as somebody who knows this party for a long time, we have a very interesting trajectory here. Uma Bharati, who is associated with the Ayodhya movement, whose famous words were "Ek dhakka aur" when the masjid fell. Varun Gandhi, who makes a hate speech, which is, which we must remember that it was recorded, it was visibly shown around on, all over. Then, of course, besides that, you have Modi and Amit Shah at a time when Modi is supposed to be playing a development agenda. But what do we have here? You have the sort of Hindutva from the beginning of the BJP. And I'm also told that on April 6th, which is the BJP's foundation day, they're all going to Ahmedabad to celebrate it. It's usually done in Delhi. So I gather this. So
no, but a clear point made. Smriti wants to respond to you, but Kumar Ketkar, I want to come to you on this. Before we discuss how much Rahul Gandhi is to be exposed, or whether he's cushioned in some kind of an insulated, sequestered environment, do you agree with Sabha Naqvi's assessment that it is the hardcore Hindutva pushers of the BJP who've really been pushed forward, and this is a complete contradiction to the governance line that Narendra Modi has been putting forward?
I think they have pushed both the lines, governance as well as Hindutva, and they feel that there is no contradiction then. They also feel that Hindutva agenda and governance agenda go hand in hand. And so I don't think there is a contradiction in that, according to them, not from my point of view. And my point is, you asked Mr. Singhvi by saying that is Congress nervous. I don't know what is Congress nervous or not, but I can definitely tell you, after talking to the BJP leaders, not on your channel, on channel they will be of course gung-ho, but in private they are saying that they are nervous with Modi. Because BJP cannot
They are nervous with
BJP is nervous about Modi being projected as the future.
Is this a minority view within the BJP that you are putting forward?
I'm not referring to Govindacharya. If you talk to the BJP leaders, as all journalists and reporters keep talking to BJP leaders in private, they are nervous because they feel Modi is growing larger than RSS, larger than
Then
BJP,
why was he not stopped?
Why was he not stopped? They have not announced, and finally
but they put him as part of the National Parliamentary Board.
That much they can do, and they will not announce his name for the Prime Minister's post, because they know that it will not only upset the so-called NDA allies, it will upset the BJP leadership itself.